Welcome everyone to another episode of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. This is actually part 1 of the finale of this Let's Play, because we are really close to the end of the game. So, this main first chunk of the episode is going to be a cutscene, and then all the rest is just going to be some action as we unlock, or not unlock, but conquer all the mini challenges inside of Ganon's Tower. Because we have to backtrack, in a way, by reusing the knowledge we had in the previous dungeons and whatnot to conquer all the challenges. Like, they're almost like mini bosses in a way, but not really. I don't know. To be honest, it's okay. It's a lot better of an idea than in Wind Waker, because in Wind Waker you had to refight all the bosses, and they were easier, but it was just like it was so tedious and didn't feel any new. Here it's like they just took they took like 1 or 2 puzzles out of everything and then stuck them in. The problem here is, though, you're going to be seeing like 3 or 4, I don't know, like that, some odd number of silver rupee challenges where you have to get 5 silver rupees. It's pretty stupid. I just think it's like a cop out. Like, come on. At least in one of them they make you, I don't know, you'll see. Okay, I'll talk about it as I go. Anyways, fucking more Triforce. And if you pay attention, this entire cutscene is that Triforce spinning, and then the particle effects, and that's it. We're just gonna watch that. But yeah, so we're nearing the end, so I don't have very much to say about this section, at least the cutscene, because, well, it's a cutscene. Like, I could only riff on so much, because it's like they're just repeating the same stuff, to be honest. But I guess they're introducing something called True Force, some shit like that. Basically, if one person holds all 3 pieces of Triforce, then they will be super powerful. And I don't know if they actually bring it up here, but I've also heard, well, in some games, if you have the Triforce and you touch it, you will be granted a wish. So that's interesting, because that actually happened in The Legend of Zelda Link Between Worlds. I guess it's a bit of a spoiler, but I mean, it doesn't tell you what happened with the wish or when. But anyways, Ganondorf, he used the Temple of Time and entered the Sacred Realm. Oh my god. Also, this whole episode, this episode and the next one, during any cutscene, imagine me eating rice, because I was. I was really hungry while recording this, because it was late at night, and I was just super hungry, so I was like, okay. Because every cutscene is just pressing A, so that's why some of the times the button's just not going to get pressed. It's just going to get, like, ignored for a while. But what can you do? Anyways, Ganondorf essentially has been looking for the 2 people with the Triforce pieces. Oh my god, I hold the Triforce Courage. Oh, wow. I don't like this, though. I hate it. Because if the Triforce piece, or, you know, essentially the Triforce of Power gives you power, doesn't that mean that the Triforce of Wisdom would give you wisdom, and the Triforce of Courage would give you courage? Meaning that Link isn't actually courageous, he's just sort of a random person and had the Triforce, so that means that he was... I just think it's, like, undermining all of his work. Also, that means that, like, Zelda's stupid. Unless they mean that the one that has the power is powerful, the one that has the courage is courageous, etc. So, like, it's like a badge of honor showing they are courageous or wise or whatever. I almost said wisdom. That wouldn't make any sense, but I like the second version more, because the first one seems unfair. The second one seems like they're actually special. Oh yeah, but isn't that fun? We, another cutscene. Inside of a cutscene. Like, they just do flashbacks. Like, holy shit. Oh, this is... Oh, I'm sorry, Zelda. You could only see in black and white? You could see yourself? How'd you do that? Ugh. I mean, she was right. It was a good idea to give me the Triforce. Or not Triforce, fuck. The Ocarina. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do anything. Yeah, this was actually Link's fuck up. Like, honestly, if he hadn't just opened the door then it would have been good. But he did. I don't get why he had to, but he did. And I don't see how the Master Sword stuck him inside of the Sacred Realm, and yet somehow Ganondorf was able to go in and then exit again. I don't see that. I don't get it. But regardless, it's an interesting idea because it basically he went from nothing to the king of both the Sacred Realm and Hyrule, meaning, oh my God, he is the Lord and Savior of everyone that he kills because no one actually likes him. It's funny though, because Zelda doesn't seem very sad that her father is dead, the king. He has to be dead. There's no way he lived. There's no way Ganon would let him stay alive. And all the people in town dead. All the people she ever knew in the castle are dead. And she's like, I'm gonna dress as a boy. No. That's ridiculous and stupid. But what can you do? Anyways, also, I still find it weird that this entire time she's been hiding a Sheik, but somehow she decides, oh, now's a good time to show myself. It's a little silly, but we got actually right here the light arrow, which is really cool. I think I said before, the ice arrow you can get in the Gerudo Fortress training ground or whatever. Or the Gerudo training ground, optional. This one, mandatory. You need it to get through the rest of the next dungeon, and you need it to beat the game. Anyways, I actually really like this. It's another thing of, oh, someone fucked up. That's right. Boom! She's in a crystal. She is now a rupee. I like that somehow Ganondorf can talk to us, somehow we could hear him, and somehow he did this. I don't get when the Triforce of Power gave him magical abilities, but he has some magical abilities somehow. Anyways, I do like this because originally I was thinking, oh wow, this is really similar to that Star Fox game. But then I realized, oh, that Star Fox game ripped off this scene. Because in Star Fox, I forget the exact name, but I think it's just called Star Fox Adventures. Basically, you go onto the ground. It's, yeah, Star Fox Adventures for the GameCube. I actually really liked it. Some people fucking hated it. Mainly because it's essentially what they did with Luigi's Mansion. It's like, it's still a Star Fox game, but they completely changed up how it's actually played, and it's just weird. So people don't like it, but basically, you're Fox, you go on to some place. I don't know where it's... I'm trying to figure out where it actually is. But apparently, it's... yes, some people... This is actually from the Wikipedia. The Zelda-like gameplay was also considered one of the game's strengths, but some argued that it was too much of a departure from previous Star Fox games. Very true. You fight with the staff. I think you could shoot, but I don't know. Anyways, you basically go to a remote dinosaur planet, and you wrangle dinosaurs, and have fun with dinosaurs, and kill dinosaurs, as Fox McCloud. It's weird. It's very weird, but oddly satisfying. I liked it. I did think it was a little bullshit at times, because just some of the puzzles and whatnot were just boring, and I think it got a resounding meh on the second playthrough, but the first playthrough, oh, I like it. Pretty good. I don't think I currently own it, but I did for a time, because I do remember beating it. I don't know. It's one of those games, like, I guess I'm oddly sort of attracted to the games that aren't main series, like, I don't know, Luigi's Mansion, Super Mario Sunshine, I'm trying to think. Mega Man Battle Network. Also Star Fox Adventures. There's plenty more I could probably come up with, but I'm having a hard time remembering. I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's not really the same, but I guess Metroid Prime a little bit, because like Super Metroid were like the classics, and then there's Metroid Prime, which was like different and very weird. But I like the different and very weird, but not the classic. So, I don't know. I like a lot of spin-offs in games. I'm sure there's many more that I can't really think of, but those are some of them. Oh boy. So, this here is the Forest Temple challenge. Yeah, I was like, I don't want to pull out a flaming arrow, so I did that, and it worked. So basically, each one is it's gonna look sort of like what you remember. This isn't the Forest Temple. I'm very confused. They threw in the Shadow Temples. There is the Shadow Temple. It does have its own thing, but they threw in the fans from the Shadow Temple for whatever reason. Very odd. Don't see why. Also, I pulled out the Lens of Truth, but turns out you don't need it. This is just one of those, like I was saying, Silver Rupee collection little mini challenge. So, here, all you have to do is get the, hit the switch, and then there'll be a thing that appears. It's behind you. Behind me, I guess. I was confused as to where it was, but I figured it out eventually. Oh no! Super easy challenge. It's just, you gotta be very careful, because you can easily fall, and you will die, and you'll have to recollect all of them if you fall. So, if you can collect all of them without falling, and then fall like I'm about to do, that works. It's better than not. So yeah, since the door's already open, if you fall from here on out, you'll be good. Which is really good, because, right about here. Sad face. But it's okay, because all the rupees stay sort of collected, and there's no worries. So anyways, here you have to use the light arrow. Light arrow is required so that you can use it. You can do... Oh, I forgot. There's always jars in this room. They'll give you either hearts, magic, or arrows. I don't know if they know what you need, but they sort of try to help you out. So a light arrow straight into sort of the heart of this part of it, and that basically turns off a section of the barrier that's stopping us. Yeah, the fourth barrier is dispelled. And she tells us to hurry up, but we don't need to hurry up. There's no timer. There's no reason to hurry. It's silly. But anyways, basically, that's one of 7? I think 7. And see, Forest Bear done, and it gets a little bit weaker. But we have to get all of them completed before we could actually do anything. So, I went in the order. You could change up the order a bit. I just decided to go with the order of the guide I was looking at. That way I didn't get too confused, because I remember this is a little tricky. If you go out of order, you'll miss a couple things. So you want to be careful about that. But anyways, here though, I believe it's the left chest? There's 2 chests in here. The left chest will actually freeze you in place and deal damage. The right chest, however, I believe has rupees? Heart. Okay, good enough. Whatever, it works. Not like it matters. I'm gonna just get hit like really quickly. And it's funny. I would have almost hoped that the hover boots would give you double slidiness, or actually, I was thinking, I guess they sort of negate the slidiness of the ice, but they have their own slidiness just from being a thing, you know? Anyways. Yep, nope, you can't shoot an arrow through it, so you have to use a bottle. So, this is actually, this sort of part, it's weird that for the water temple barrier, or the water barrier, they use the ice ice cavern as influence instead of the actual water dungeon. Or water temple. It's weird. Very weird. I don't know why, but they did. So, you've never seen any of this before in this Let's Play, because I skipped over it, because it's terrible. Oh well, sorry. But this is the too long didn't read sort of version of the ice temple. Or ice cavern, fuck. Sorry, there's temple, there's dungeons, and there's the cavern. Confusing me, sorry. But yeah, this is the short and sweet version of it, because honestly, there's not much to be had here. This pissed me off. There is a fairy here, but 1, it disappeared. 2, I already had the fire. And then it reappeared. Made me mad. Turns out I actually don't need it later on, because I'll be okay. But, yeah, so the blue fire, again, something we never really covered before. It's basically fire that is able to melt through this. Any other fire is not able to. So you have to use it. But you only use it twice in this whole little section here. A lot more in the like the actual ice cavern. So oh well. I do like that they sort of blend in other things. Like, you didn't have the hammer when you went through the ice cavern, but you do now. So they try to make it so that if you were to go to any of them, you still have to use almost all your stuff, which I like. Because I think that's how it should be. Like this is a sort of it makes you recall everything you learned as you played. So I think that's how it should be. Because I mean, like, it's not as straightforward as Banjo-Kazooie. Because in Banjo-Kazooie, they had you do a puzzle or a board game where you ran on the board and answered trivia questions and whatnot, like about the game. Like, oh, what is this character? What is the character's name? Where is this place you see? What is this music from? They're like, were you actually paying attention? Playing attention. That's perfect. Very interesting. But I actually sort of like that. So here, same thing, but it's not as direct. They're not telling you what does the Megaton Hammer do and why should you use it when, blah, 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 blah. It's sort of like, hey, here's some stuff, figure it out, I'm sure you'll be able to. So that's what you gotta do. Which is neat. So we've covered 3, I believe, so far, and we're moving on to the 4th. So this one is the light. I guess you really don't need to kill it, but if you stun it, yeah, that's good enough. So again, you have to get a bunch of stupid silver rupees. I have enough hearts, I don't care. Again, hover boots because I'm the man, and I like the hover boots a lot. But something I did to learn is that you can actually stop those sentinel beam shooting things, I forget what they're called, by just blocking the beam once with your shield. Because once they hit you, they'll stop, or once they hit your shield, they'll stop. Or you hit them. So that's how you should go about that. Anyways, bomb chews, that was a thing that happened in the Spirit Temple. We're using them again. So I guess, I don't know if you could have like not used them, but I'm pretty sure they were required. But regardless, they force you to use them. Only real time you have to use them. They're going to be useful later on, I think. I think I spam them against some enemies, because they're honestly completely useless in the Ganon fights. But yeah, so it's funny because you know, some might say, "Oh, you have to play all of the dungeon, otherwise it makes no sense." I disagree. Honestly, you could have played all of these and get the exact same feel. Like, they have floor masters and everything. Also, there is a very clutch floor master dodge right about here. Boom, perfect. I don't know how I managed to dodge that, but I did. So beautiful. Anyways, I like this place. I count it as a dungeon, and as a dungeon, it's short and sweet. It varies its challenges, and it feels like I'm actually doing something. Like, it's not like I'm gonna fucking push a box, I get here, just so I can get like the key. It's like, no, here, like, I have to do this, and this, so I can unlock the barrier and actually fight Ganon. Progress, you know, I like it. Other places, none. Anyways, that's the light one. So we're only down to 3 left, I'm pretty sure. Fire, shadow, and light. That was spirit, not light, sorry. But anyways, I'm just going to ponder what to actually do here for a second. So we can't actually do anything with the light, but we can go to the shadow, I believe. I think that's where we're going to go. Because you need the shadow. You need to go into the shadow before you could do either of the light or the fire. Because you get an item in here, which you'll see in a minute, that is required to actually beat the game. And it's sort of easy to miss if you don't look for it. Anyways, using the hover boots like a boss here, you can see sort of water down there, that'll kill you instantly, so don't fall. Anyways, you can hit the switch, you know, use the ice, or you can just ignore ice completely and just be a man and use the hover boots. That's the way I like to go about it. Honestly, that's how I like playing the game. It's a lot more fun to me. Anyways, you could exit the door, but you wouldn't be able to do anything because there's actually a switch down there which you can see without the lens of truth. I just wanted to see it just in case. Also to see this little path. Oh my god. Even rewatching that just scares me. You don't need the hammer. I just used it for whatever. But yeah, you have to hit the switch. You have to get to this chest. Honestly, the chest also helps you get back up, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to. Because this chest contains fucking... the sliding gets me. It's like, oh, stop it. I don't want to die. But it comes so close to dying every time I slide. Anyways, you got the golden gauntlets. You feel even more powerful. I love these things. Like, the other one, you can lift big rocks. I like that. This one, you can lift a fucking house. And then throw it at a dude. Not really, but that's how it feels. Anyways, halfway through this I forgot, hey wait, I'm wearing hover boots, I don't care. And then just sprinted up it. So, yeah, like, again, Shadow, that was one room. Cool, I like it. It covered literally everything I needed to know. Like, there was stuff I needed to see, used it. There's, like, I need to use the hover boots, awesome. There's skulls flying with fire, awesome. Done. That's the whole dungeon. It's like, we don't need anything other than that. That's why... it's sad, because, like, after seeing this, you think, well, they could have fucking made the other dungeons a lot more concise, but they didn't. Because Zelda. Anyways, we're down to 2 more spirit things, but we can't actually get to them. So first, we have to come outside, over to this block, and holy shit! We're gonna use the golden gauntlets here. Fucking, oh my god, I love it. Just chucks that shit, like, he doesn't even care. It's a little bit amazing. Anyway, so in here, there is actually a great fairy. This is optional, but it's good to get, because I think it definitely saved me in the final fights. This, very creepy lady, just like her friends, or sisters, wives, I'm not gonna judge, I don't know. This is the Great Fairy of Courage. The Great Fairy of Courage is going to give us some liquid courage. Eventually. She's going to enhance our defensive power. That's not courage, that's defense. Receive it. That's creepy. Anyways, she basically gives us defensive power, but instead, basically, our hearts get white outlines around them, meaning we now take half damage from everybody, which is really, really cool. I have like half damage from everything. Your defensive power has been enhanced. Damage inflicted by enemies will be reduced by half. That is awesome. And hearts still regenerate the exact same amount. It's not like she doubled our health. It's, I like it. It's pretty cool. So, awesome. It's optional, but it's going to really help. Anyways, this is another Silver Rupee collection section. I don't like this one, but it's not too bad. It doesn't really capture the essence of the Fire Temple. There's fire, but I don't know. We didn't have the hover boots there. But I guess there's silver rupees in that Fire Temple, but like, still, I feel like they abused it a bit much because they didn't know what else to do. So if you fall into the fire, you will die instantly. There's no coming back from it, and you will, in fact, have to redo the silver rupees unless you get them all in one go. So you have to play it safe. Also, this is required because 1, you couldn't get that silver rupee without throwing it, and 2, you couldn't get this silver rupee without throwing it. So, very, very much required to beat this section. And then, you know, of course, the, you can... Oh god, this scared me. Right here, I fucked up. So you get this. Perfect, that's all of them. You should not leave the boost on after you get it, because if you try to jump backwards, the platform's going down, you're going to go straight at the rock. You're not going to jump, you're going to go straight at it, and you're going to fall and die. I died, I fell, not good. But luckily, because I already got all the silver rupees, I was able to just, I cut it, like, editing-wise, but I had already gotten it, so the door was still open. So don't do what I did. It's really dumb, and I felt stupid afterwards, but it was a small thing because I managed to work it out to where it didn't matter if I died or not. But you won't be so lucky if you make the same mistake. You might not be so lucky. But regardless, awesome. That is 6 out of 7 done. We got the Spirit Temple, Spirit section finished. And this is weird, because we have not actually gone into a Spirit Temple or dungeon. I mean, I guess with the Temple of Time, but... I'm a man! I fucking love it. Just throw that shit. I think that's the only 2 times you ever actually use it. Or 3 times, but whatever. So, I think it's stupid, but for the Spirit section, they sort of just copy the Shadow one. So that means for the Shadow, it has sort of stretched into 3 different sections. What? That makes no sense. But, oh well. It's just silly. Like, it stretched into the forest, it stretched into the Spirit, and it stretched into another one, which I obviously can't remember right now. But here, super crazy challenge. You just gotta play the song, and once you play the song, you'll get a chest, which will give you the key, and then you're done. You can do it. It's like, oh, dramatic pause. Yeah, honestly, it's silly because this one I left as the last one. You could have done it second to last. It's just sad that it's so bleh, but make up for it with sliding shoes. I love it so much. So yeah, that's all we got, and then we actually have a 3rd room, very easy, another silver rupee challenge. Holy shit! Can we get like 5 more of these, please? Luckily, this is the last one you're ever gonna do, ever, because I'm not going back to play this game for a long time. So last one I'll be doing. And last one, you have to actually do it in the game, so that's good. Silver rupees, woo! No more silver rupees ever. And that's it. And of course, again, they copy the Shadow Temple. Oh wait, no, what am I supposed to do? Run through the wall. Oh, okay, I see. There you go. Again, silly. So, yeah, the Spirit one was the only one I have any gripes with because it was just sort of lazily done. But then again, I guess I didn't have much to work off of. I don't know. Not like it matters. So, the light barrier has been dispelled. That is all of the light barriers. That is all of the barriers, which I guess give off light. Different shades and colors of light. Awesome. And I actually like this little cutscene right here. Right here. Oh yeah. So it's now open. We can now actually progress up Ganon's tower or dungeon, temple, whatever. I don't fucking care. And we can get to kill him. So we're gonna go kill him and save Hyrule in the next episode. I hope you enjoy. See you then. Goodbye.